Welcome to Man United Updates channel, home of Manchester United latest news. Man United reach just second final in 6 seasons in bid to end trophy drought. Story by Jamie Spencer of 90 Minutes. Manchester United are into their first final since 2021 and only a second final in 6 seasons as they chase a first major trophy since 2017. Thanks to a 5-0 aggregate win over Nottingham Forest, the Red Devils will meet Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley on Sunday the 26th of February. In a fitting twist, Newcastle's last appearance in a major final was also against Manchester United when the pair met in the FA Cup final at the old Wembley way back in 1999, what proved to be the second leg of the treble that season for Sir Alex Ferguson and his players. 6 years is a disappointingly lengthy silverware drought for a club the size of United, having last lifted a trophy when Jose Mourinho's side won both the Europa League and Carabao Cup in 2017. Since then, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's United lost the 2021 Europa League final on penalties against Villarreal, as well as falling at the semi-final stage on 4 other occasions in various competitions during the Norwegians' 3 years in charge. Current boss Erik ten Hag has already had a transformative effect on the club after only 8 months in the job following his switch from Ajax in May. The Dutchman quickly earned the respect of his squad for his actions after a humiliating defeat at Brentford in only his second game in charge, and has implemented the kind of identity and discipline that had been lacking for too long. Ten Hag won 6 trophies in 5 seasons at Ajax, while he won the Rinus Michels Award given to the best coach in Dutch football each year on 3 occasions for his work at Ajax and Utrecht. Erik ten Hag hints at Manchester United role changes for Bruno Fernandes and Victor Lindelof. Story by Tyrone Marshall, senior football writer. Man United cruised into the Carabao Cup final, but Erik ten Hag made some interesting tactical changes late in the game. Erik ten Hag has raised the possibility of Bruno Fernandes being moved to the right wing more often late in games for Manchester United after the Portuguese switched there to allow Jadon Sancho to play centrally against Nottingham Forest. Ten Hag has also revealed that United have trained with Victor Lindelof playing in the holding midfield role after the Swede replaced Casemiro in that position for the final 10 minutes of the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg win. Fernandes switched to the right when Ten Hag swapped his entire front three after an hour of the 2-0 win. Shortly after coming on, Sancho took up station as the number 10 and Fernandes replaced Antony on the right. Ten Hag revealed the thinking behind that switch was to confuse opposition full-backs, who can find it difficult to adjust from a winger such as Antony to someone like Fernandes. It was one thought about, but also to bring a different dynamic in the team. I wanted to see how that works. We brought Bruno more times before in the wide position, he said. I think it's difficult to anticipate it when you first have to deal with Antony, then you bring a semi-wide player there, it's difficult to anticipate. Bruno is really effective, but I want to see the combination with Jadon and Anthony Martial. We've seen a different dynamic that can help us and give us more opportunities in the future. Lindelof replaced Casemiro once United had moved 5-0 ahead on aggregate, but with Ten Hag facing a midfield injury crisis, has raised the prospect of using the centre-back in that position moving forward. He was educated as a 6, a control, holding midfielder in Benfica. I know he can do that, he said. We tried it in training. Maybe one game. I want my centre-halves in midfield positions so we create dynamics to construct more dynamic. Luke Shaw shares stern Manchester United warning after reaching Carabao Cup final. Story by George Smith. Man United booked their place in the Carabao Cup final with a 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford on Wednesday night. Left back Luke Shaw has warned that Manchester United have not yet achieved anything after booking a Carabao Cup final date with Newcastle United at Wembley at the end of this month. United sealed their place in their first domestic cup final in almost 5 years with a routine 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest in the second leg of their semi-final showdown at Old Trafford on Wednesday evening, meaning they won the tie 5-0 on aggregate. Anthony Martial and Fred scored in the space of just 3 second-half minutes to get the job done. It means manager Erik ten Hag now has the opportunity to deliver the club's first trophy in almost 6 years, less than a year after he accepted the job. Although United should be pleased with their achievement of reaching a major cup final, Shaw, who made his first start of the Reds' Carabao Cup adventure against Forest, sees little point in having reached the final if they do not see the job through and end their trophy drought. Of course, it is extremely pleasing, but I don't think there is any point in going to a final if you don't win it, Shaw told Sky Sports. It is a massive opportunity for us. It is where we want to be, playing in big games and big finals, and getting this club back to where it should be. Like I said, that is challenging for trophies, and we have got a big one against Newcastle. They're an extremely good team, and it is going to be a very tough game. It is a big moment for us in where we want to go. It is very special to share this with the fans. I think it shows where we are at the moment. It is a final we can really look forward to, but we have got a few big games coming up first before we go there. Erik ten Hag reacts to Jadon Sancho's Man United return. Story by Jamie Spencer of 90 Minutes. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has backed Jadon Sancho to become an important player for the club once more following his long-awaited return to action on Wednesday night. Sancho came off the bench to a rapturous reception at Old Trafford to contribute to United's 2-0 win over Nottingham Forest to cement their place in the Carabao Cup final later this month. The 22-year-old hadn't featured since October before that, with initially illness and then concerns over fitness and also his mental well-being keeping him out of the team. But Sancho showed even in flashes against Forest, playing an important role in the move that made the second goal for Fred, that he has the quality to make an impact. He already showed that he can be a decisive player, Ten Hag said afterwards. This season, for instance, the game against Liverpool was a great goal. He scored against Leicester. He had some really good games, Spurs as well, so he already showed his great capabilities. Sancho is yet to consistently perform to those standards in a United shirt since his 2021 transfer from Borussia Dortmund, although he has faith from the boss and time remains on his side. He has really high standards, Ten Hag continued. He has great capabilities to contribute to our team, and the team is improving. We are playing more in the opponent's half and his capabilities are coming more to the fore. He can act on them more and have more touches on the ball, and that gives him the best platform to perform. It is always important that players enjoy football because that gives energy and also the motivation to act and to perform. The reception from the fans to him was great, and that will give him even more a push to continue in the way he is now acting. He has just started again. He is back in Carrington, and hopefully he can keep that and really contribute to the team, because when he is in form, he is important to us. United match postponed after reaching Carabao Cup final. Story by Richard Fay. United's home match against Brentford will be postponed due to their involvement in the Carabao Cup final. The afternoon home fixture had originally been scheduled for Sunday the 26th of February, the same day as the showpiece clash. Instead, attention will turn to Wembley that weekend, where Erik ten Hag's side face Newcastle United in a bid to win a piece of silverware. This is Manchester United news for today. Stay tuned to the channel for daily news about the club. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe to it for more updates on Manchester United. Till next time, thank you for watching.